Tonight, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Daniel Jones and the New York Giants taking on Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Steelers set to go on offense, and it is the big man, Big Ben, number 7, Ben Roethlisberger, ready to lead them.
And for Ben Roethlisberger, there are a lot of question marks coming into this year because he missed nearly all 2019 with an elbow injury. And if he were younger, maybe not as many questions. But he turned 38 back in March. And now the Pittsburgh Steelers expect to see the old Ben Roethlisberger, who's thrown for over 56,000 yards in his career, leading their team.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now.
For Pittsburgh.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Roethlisberger throwing complete to McDonald, and he'll be stopped right at midfield. 12 yards there and a first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. First carry for the 2018 Pro Bowler, James Conner. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
First down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target, and he didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. This will be caught at about the 5.
Roethlisberger's
a gain of 6 there on first. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
Gain on the play.
That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, and defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
He'll try and run for it with counter. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. They got to love that. 9-play drive results in 6 points.
That means they're doing the dictating. That means that they've described how the game's going to go. They're playing at their tempo, at their pace. If you're on the other side of the ball, if you're playing defense, defense is not methodical. They've got to go in there and shake things up and create a little havoc.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it was a touchdown run by James Conner that was the exclamation mark. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And able to get this out to the 25.
The Giants take over first and
The Giants go to work on offense for the first time, and it's Daniel Jones leading the way, the number 6 pick in the 2019 draft.
A little bit of broken record time, partner, because we know that this young man, Daniel Jones, was a surprise pick at number 6 overall. But I thought that he got better and better as the year went on in his rookie year. A lot of trial by fire. Needs to protect the football better while in the pocket. But when he's at his best, he can throw it and run it. And he's an ascending quarterback. 24 touchdown passes as a rookie.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, Jones. It's complete to Golden Tate. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series. I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Jones finds his tight end Ingram. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line.
Intercepted by the Steelers. They'll take over.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
On first down, it's Samuels. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. The tackle made by Blake Martinez.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
The Steelers were last in the NFL in red zone touchdown percentage a season ago, down around 35%. It's 1st and goal. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. James Bradbury, he was right there to break it up.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
And now 3rd and goal following incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. To throw again is Roethlisberger. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. From 10 yards out. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
Boswell for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. On the return, Corey Ballantyne. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He was brought down.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
On 2nd and 9. Jones. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. From the gun, Jones. And this is going to be incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. James Conner and the Steelers ready to get their next drive going. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 37. He'll throw from the gun. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Flush, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Kyler Fackrell able to take him down. It's a loss of 3.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Roethlisberger will throw. He finds his man Johnson. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
Unnecessary roughness. Defense.
Come on, dog!
I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he's going to get this pretty close to the 1st down marker at the Giants' 26. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
Roethlisberger's pass.
But that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. New York set to take the field. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Jones now on 1st down. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 1st down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Saquon Barkley, the ball.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Now a toss right to Barkley. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the 1st quarter. And a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Here's Jones. Throwing on 1st down. And this is caught at the 8. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another nice Nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
First trip to the red zone for the Giants. They've got it first and goal at the 6. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. Brought down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. Throwing Jones. This is caught. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Jones. The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
Giants 3.
So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon, and think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. Fielded in the end zone. And no return here for White. It'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here comes Ben Roethlisberger and the Steeler offense back onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. Ebron with it over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Well, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline. And now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
Jones on 1st and 10. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he's got this down to the 35. 13 yards, good for a giant first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Here we go.
On 1st down, Jones. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip. 198.
Now Saquon Barkley. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. Now Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And for the 2nd time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And a 2nd field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now.
Giants 6.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no return here for White. It'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A nice run on 1st down gets them 6 yards to the 31.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. 2nd down at 4. To throw here, Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
And the Steelers.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
On 1st and 10 is counter. Blake Martinez, 2nd in the league in tackles last year, gets another there.
Blake Martinez. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports. Now it's 2nd and 9. Here's Roethlisberger. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 45-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First down.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Roethlisberger. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Kyler Fackrell, his 2nd sack of the night.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Now Roethlisberger. He'll dump this one off to Connor. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
Complete to James Conner.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
The Steelers on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 6. Credit the Giants defense that time in pass coverage. 4th down.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Roethlisberger will stay out there, and they're going to go for it on 4th. They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger. This is Johnson. He's got it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They were caught in no man's land that time, but the decision to go for it, that was the right one. It's a first down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. From 19 yards away. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Extra point now by Boswell. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own.
New York ready to go again offensively. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat with a first down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Being chased out left. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Now Jones on first down. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. No gain, and it's 2nd down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Barkley. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Aaron Donald's the name most people think about at the defensive tackle position, but an all-pro last year alongside him, Cameron Hayward, an absolute nightmare to try and block, and he gets into the backfield on that play and finishes it off with a loss.
A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Jones finds his tight end Ingram. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, the big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get into that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And Gano's kick is right through. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Roughing the kicker called on 4th down. What a big break. Leads to a 1st and 10. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
He's got it. They're back within a score. It's 8, 21-13. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it ends with a Saquon Barkley touchdown run. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10. At their own.
Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it. Now Roethlisberger on first down. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Connor, the Steeler.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. It's Big Vince Williams who made the tackle.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
2nd and 6. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
It's a gain of 11 and a giant 1st down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, Jones. This will be caught at about the 5.
Good for a giant.
That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. That really sets them back. A loss of 6.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. From the gun, Jones. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. It's Daniel Jones finding Evan Ingram. And the Giants are a 2-point conversion away from tying this football game.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Gano for the extra point. And this is now a 1-point game. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Here's Kareth White on the return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Steelers take over first.
We focus our attention now on the quarterback, Ben Roethlisberger. On one hand, as we look at some of his struggles with the 3 interceptions, he's got to be upset. On the other hand, they're still winning this game.
So how does he take care of the ball the rest of the game? That's what his teammates are interested in because they pick things up for him throughout. You got to look over the defensive side, the kicking game. Those guys have made it work for him. Now his goal, not mess up anything else down the stretch.
Yeah, forget about those 3 picks. Move on. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Out of the gun, he'll throw. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. A gain of 6 there on first.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
And the Steelers.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
They'll run on first down. Connor, and he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Roethlisberger. Going to throw right side here. Complete.
Roethlisberger's
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
A gain of 4.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll try and throw for him with Roethlisberger. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They were caught in no man's land that time, but the decision to go for it, that was the right one. It's a first down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A gain of 9.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Line of scrimmage, the 9. 2nd and about a yard. Roethlisberger will throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
A loss of 8 yards.
They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
Steelers on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. He completes it to Tate. And now look at him go. The 40, the 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Golden Tate, 95 yards. And the Giants have taken the lead. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch. And that'll make this a 6-point game.
The kick is good.
Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23.
Getting set to go again, Ben Roethlisberger heading back out there. He's likely still kicking himself from the interception last drive that wound up leading to a go-ahead score.
And he's going to assume all that came with that one, all right? That's all on him, but he also knows he's got to erase it from his mind and get back out there. This drive, very important.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Running to start the drive is Samuels. And he'll get this one up to the 26.
Number 38.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. Now it's Roethlisberger. And hitting Juju on the slant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
First down, Steelers.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. He's got this complete to Ryan Switzer. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
At the 47-yard line.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Throwing again on second down. Roethlisberger. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Give the sack to Blake Martinez.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
And the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And the catch made by Johnson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
10-yard line.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
The Steelers were last in the NFL in red zone touchdown percentage a season ago, down around 35%. It's 1st and goal. And it's caught. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
They'll look to run with Connor. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Eric Ebron with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers are an extra point away from taking the lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Boswell for the extra point.
Point after.
And with that, his guys take the lead here by a point. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken in the end zone. And Ballantyne going to sit on this one. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard.
Here's a look at Golden Tate as he heads back onto the field now. He's done his part, but so far it's been in a losing effort, so they've got to fix something.
But that doesn't mean changing anything, the way they're throwing the ball around and his catches in production. Keep doing that. They're going to have to fix some things likely on defense to try and slow down their opponents.
But so far, he's north of 100 yards receiving. Jones now throwing on first down. That's complete to Slayton. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go. 55, mark, 55.
Operating from the gun, Jones. He's got his man. This is Tate. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. A gain of cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. I-55.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. Catch made by Slayton. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. Gano's kick is good. And with that, they'll take a 2-point lead here in quarter number 2.
Giants 30, Steelers 28.
So a little late drama in the first half as that kick will give them the lead into intermission.
Isn't this fun the way that this is unfolding? You're exactly right. The late drama, 3 points go up on the board, and we go into the half with a new leader.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. Now White on the return. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. Back and forth, we win in that first half. This has certainly been an entertaining one to watch thus far. So let's get right back out to it as we'll rejoin our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. Ballantyne to return. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The New York set to take the field. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He fakes the give here and looks to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
I think you have to chalk that one up for the defense there. Someone right on the spot. Excellent coverage. Didn't leave him enough room to come down inbounds, even though he did catch the football.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Jones. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
45-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Jones on 1st down. His throw incomplete. Levine Toilolo, the tight end, is intended target. And it's 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Jones. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. From the gun, Jones. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Juju Smith-Schuster and the rest of this offense heading back out there. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their defense just came up with a stop right out of the locker room, and now can the offense take advantage?
Yeah, we don't want to turn this into something that it's not. It's only a one-score game, so it's not exactly a crucial possession. But at the same time, they'd like to get things started and at least come away with 3 points. Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Working with a 2nd and 3. Roethlisberger will hand to Connor. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
In the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Roethlisberger. And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. Kyler Fackrell in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Here's Jordan Berry now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. But the focus shifts back to Daniel Jones and company. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the 3rd.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The intended target, Saquon Barkley, but it'll be 2nd down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Throwing again, Jones. This one is Slayton over the middle. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Jones. It's caught, Shepard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. So with a yardage on that completion, he's now right at exactly 300 yards on the game.
And isn't that the magic number you get, all right? 300, that means it's going to go on a commemorative football to put on your mantle when they give you the game ball if your team wins. So much confidence flowing through him right now, throwing the football. I think it's permeated itself throughout the entire team. They feel good about what they're doing.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 more there and another first down.
10 more yards.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run with Barkley. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On first down, Barkley down right around the 25. Devin Bush, the Steelers' leading tackler as a rookie last year, gets another there.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Looking for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, Jones. His throw caught at about the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 2.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Giants add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And that makes it a 9-point game. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And no return here for White. It'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll start the drive with a give to Connor, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was brought
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On 2nd and 7, Roethlisberger. Got an open man, it's Washington. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Connor fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Big Leonard Williams there on the stop. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the 1st half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And a short gain down to about the 33.
He's brought down by
2 yards on the 1st down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the 2nd down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Roethlisberger to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
A gain of 9 yards.
His big game continues. 10 catches now and another 1st down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10 and down to the 7-yard line. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a 1st down.
7-yard line.
And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole...
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Kyler Fackrell make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Shotgun handoff to Samuels. He will push his way down to about the 14. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. Third and goal, and still a long way from the end zone. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He'll get that one complete to Connor. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try.
Yard attempt.
Boswell's kick is good. And that'll move them back within 6 now.
Giants 37. Steelers 31.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Chris Boswell.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. Ballantyne to return. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
On the return, the Giants take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do in that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
The coverage unit out there thinking pass on 3rd and 3. Now Jones from the gun on 3rd down. And Ingram holds it in. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 1st down Giants, Jones to Ingram.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. It was Joe Hayden, the former Pro Bowler, that came up to get him down.
Taken down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. The Steelers were last in the NFL in red zone touchdown percentage a season ago, down around 35%. It's 1st and goal. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They'll try to run it. This is Connor. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Conner with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Steelers are an extra point away from taking the lead. Nice execution there. Good job by the O-line getting him in for the 2nd time.
And you always have to start with credit there when you're having a big game. I mean, you don't get there by yourself. That's rare. But how about the ability to see the proper holes, pick the proper place to go, and find his way into the end zone?
Extra point now by Boswell. And with that, his guys take the lead here by a point. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was a touchdown run by James Conner that was the exclamation mark. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Ballantyne to return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Now here comes Daniel Jones and the Giants again. He's hoping to channel his first half play. They had the lead at halftime, was playing well. Flip the script here in the 3rd quarter a little bit.
I think he misses the Pee-wee days, you know, when you just got the orange slice at halftime, right? And remember, there weren't any real adjustments then, right? You weren't looking at some tape, right? You weren't looking at stuff off of the Surface tablets. You just went back out and played. Right now, maybe the adjustments have caught up to him.
Well, we'll see. Maybe he just needs a couple orange slices here for this drive. They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley, and he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Throwing Jones. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's unable to haul it in. So it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field. And that brings up 4th.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started. And that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for New York. Johnson on the return. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here again comes Juju Smith-Schuster and the Steelers. A monster game so far, 3rd quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers,
Absolutely.
though, who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in a route or they get open early, but they just always find a way. And he's having that type of a game.
Yeah, he's been nearly impossible to cover. And now this throw complete to Washington. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Well, he flew past 200, 300, 400 yards. Now he's over 450 yards passing on the day.
So what you're saying is oxygen for everyone catching the ball and trying to defend?
Yeah, especially those guys trying to defend right now.
No doubt. They've got to be a confused group because they haven't been able to defend him very well at all. And I think he just wants to keep firing. When you have that kind of a day, you're just locked in. Just keep calling those pass plays.
Number 30.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Roethlisberger complete to Washington. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. On first down, it's Samuels. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Tackle made by Marcus Golden.
46-yard line.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run. But I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run. One that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Roethlisberger finding his safety valve here. That's complete. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try and run forward with Connor. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
It's always been funny to me, Brandon, when coaches always talk about on hot days like the one we have here. Oh, it's hot for both teams. But when one team has the advantage, when one team is running the ball really well and closing things out, it's hotter for the defensive side, and they sag a lot quicker.
Yeah, they say the dog days of August, the heat we're seeing here today, dog days of September, and the advantage right now on the offensive side. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Roethlisberger will throw. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on 1st down. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. The Steelers were last in the NFL in red zone touchdown percentage a season ago, down around 35%. It's 1st and goal. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Give him 3 on the gain there, 2nd and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Boswell for the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. A 10-play drive that time. And it was a touchdown run by James Conner that was the exclamation mark.
Chris Boswell.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And Ballantyne going to sit on this one. That'll be a touchback. New York ready to go again offensively. There's still plenty of time here in the 4th quarter. Just a 1-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll throw from the gun. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Jones. This is Shepard on the catch. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Jones now throwing on first down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jones. They'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 33. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Operating from the gun, Jones finds his tight end Ingram. Touchdown, Giants! Evan Ingram, 33 yards. And the Giants are a 2-point conversion away from tying this football game.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
A big play looming for the Giants as they'll go for 2. Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
No good. That keeps the score. Steelers.
And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And no return here for Wright. It'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard.
Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. Washington's got it. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Here's Connor. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
As many games as the two of us do, I would hope that one day we'll be able to solve this riddle. Why is it on a hot day that one team has more trouble with the heat than another, and especially when you can't stop a guy running the ball?
You know it's September in the booth, though, when you and I have both removed our coats, and those were gone in the 1st quarter.
They were gone in the 1st quarter, and what we're watching now is a defense mentally giving in and sagging a little bit because they haven't been able to stop him.
Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver, and now it's 2nd down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Back to Smith-Schuster. This time complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That'll put him at 190 receiving yards now. He's putting on a show. He also has a 1st down. So they did not bring pressure, and turns out probably a bad idea.
Yeah, he had time to stand in the pocket and deliver a strike. So I'm wondering if they're going to note that, and next time just go ahead and bring that pressure.
From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Ben to throw again. It's caught inside the 25. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 21. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down. What a throw right there for the 1st down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup?
Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because You just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
The Steelers were last in the NFL in red zone touchdown percentage a season ago, down around 35%. It's first and goal. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, it's apparent the defense understands the situation. They have to keep them out of the end zone here. That's a great start by them. A loss on that play. Can they force them into a field goal attempt and still give their offense an opportunity?
Four yards remain for second down. Here's Roethlisberger. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Interested to see what they dial up here. Third and goal with a lot of green between them and the end zone. Now it's Roethlisberger. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 10 yards gets him closer, but now it's fourth and goal.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
So here we go. On now is the kicker, Chris Boswell. This just a 24-yard attempt. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to 5.
48, Giants 43.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough? Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
Chris Boswell.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over first and 10 at their own 20.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. Jones and the Giants now with a first and 10 at their own 23. He'll set up to throw from the gun. Trying to lay one up deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 36 yards on the play.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a fourth quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. Now Jones. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard. That'll bring up second down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary here. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 46. After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. Ebron with it over the middle. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
That may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. Open man. Completes it to Smith-Schuster. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Complete to Juju Smith-Schuster. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 27-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run with Samuels. And he's going to get this pretty close to the 1st down marker at the Giants' 18-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Setting up the screen, this is Samuels. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Well, if you're going to turn things around in a game like this, Charles, those are the kind of plays that you need.
And I just love the way that defense rallied to the football on that one. They got the completion, but he was smothered behind the line of scrimmage. And when you make tackles like that, your whole defense is going to be fired up. Really nice play getting to the ball.
A 2nd and 11 from the 19. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Kyler Fackrell, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Here's Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
They got the completion, but they didn't get the first down. So you got to think if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're pretty happy with what you just accomplished there.
Yeah, guy, like you said, got him out of bounds, stopped the clock, kept him short of the marker. Boswell's kick is good, and that'll push the lead up to 8.
Makes the score Steelers 51, Giants 43.
From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
First and 10.
The focus shifts back to Daniel Jones and company. And the interception that ended their previous drive, that might be one we look back on and say that was the turning point of this game.
Hey, partner, guess what? There's still time for a few more turning points in this ball game. They're only one score down.
Yeah, true. We could have some twists and turns. Stay tuned. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Out of the gun, he'll throw. It's hauled in by Shepard. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. First play of the drive in their hip pocket. Of course, the focus here has to be the touchdown of the 2-point conversion. Field goals are going to help you.
Yeah, but how about that first play of the drive? Just to get them started, nice gain, get some positive momentum going. They're on their way, and they don't have to rush.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Jones. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Jones to throw on 3rd down. It's caught. Shepard. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 45-yard line. Jones and Shepard with a connection there for a Giants first down. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now throwing on first down and completing it. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
When you decide to run a hitch route, it really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun, Jones. He's got his man. This is Tate. 7 yards there and a first down.
Giants. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. This ball complete. Jones to Ingram. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Jones signaling, let's go, trying to get his guys up to the line. He'll look to throw. He dumps it off to Barkley. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 13-yard line. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Darius Slayton there to make the grab. And the Giants are a 2-point conversion away from tying this football game.
The touchdown is huge, but the focus now is on the 2-point play. I don't want to say they have a cushion here, but if they don't get it, they still have a chance for an onside kick.
Yeah, they would need some big-time help, but you're right. There would be a shot, but the focus right now on that 2-point conversion. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll look to throw. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the 4th. Huge conversion there to tie this thing up, but they're not done yet. Their defense needs to get a stop.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time for the other team to come downfield and put some points on the board, but job 1 was taken care of. The 2-point conversion to get this thing tied.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. Here's White. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Throwing now is Roethlisberger. Johnson's got it complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
First down, Pittsburgh.
First down now, but that clock rolling. Now it's Roethlisberger. Got an open man, it's Washington. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
A gain of 20.
Somebody missed an assignment. He was waving his arms saying, hey, I'm wide open. They found him.
You think? You think? I mean, he was so wide open. Did you see he was just windmilling like he was Don Quixote or somebody out there? And then they found him for a really nice gain.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Extra point now by Boswell. And they will take a 7-point lead now. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was a touchdown run by James Conner that was the exclamation mark. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Valentine to return. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
The Giants take over 1st and 10.
And New York set to take the field. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's caught at the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Sterling Shepard with 9 seconds remaining. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
Yes, it was a touchdown, and not just a TD, but how about a long touchdown that puts them in a great position now.
And now just an extra point away from tying this thing. So now this will be, in all likelihood, to force overtime. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. So now this will be, in all likelihood, to force overtime. And he has got it. So barring something crazy on the kickoff, we're looking at an extra period to decide this one. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. On the return, here's White. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Return. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Roethlisberger to throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10 at their own 20.
Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field, set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
On 2nd down, Samuels. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. First throw in overtime now for Roethlisberger. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Out of bounds at the 42-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's a running play for Juju. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. The 3rd down just got a lot tougher. That will officially go as a loss of 7. Situation, a tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. This is Johnson, he's got it. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 43. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play. Part of the reason we're in overtime, all the interceptions he's thrown in this game, but that was a good throw right there.
Hey, he's really not daunted, is he, partner? I mean, it's been interception palooza for him, and he's still pushing it downfield, trying to make a play, and he was successful on that throw.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 43. Ben leaves to counter on the draw. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. He's dropped out.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
They go play action now. Roethlisberger. That's complete to his running back, Connor. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and they're going to have a third down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
On third down, Roethlisberger. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. No gain at all on the play there, and that'll bring up 4th down. Well, I know you're toward the middle of the field here, but still, 4th down this distance, you got to punt it right.
That's definitely the first instinct, because you say, okay, let's just play some field position, make sure we don't lose the game here, turn it over in a key spot. But if you feel really good about your trigger guy, if you feel great about him, you might want to leave the ball in his hands and let him work his magic.
Here's Jordan Berry now, on for a very important punt here in overtime. Pressure coming, and this looks like a short kick. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. In overtime, you have to be smarter than that.
A personal foul just can't happen. Have to have poise.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down leads to 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Samuels. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Those are the types of runs they told us they want to see more of. Look, they'd love the 60 to 70-yard runs, but those 10 to 20-yarders, they can help you win a ball game.
And that means everyone's invested, because you know the big guys up front, that's what they do. They try and move people. But when you get your perimeter guys involved downfield, that means that they care about the running game, and they know it helps their team.
The Steelers were last in the NFL in red zone touchdown percentage a season ago, down around 35%. It's 1st and goal. And he's got it. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Tonight's final
partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From MetLife Stadium, good night, everybody.